Next.
Jacob in Wisconsin. Jacob, you're talking to Eric and Dave. How's it going?
Pretty good. Wow. First time calling, first time getting to talk, so I'm excited.
Cool.
Yeah, a little nervous. So if I start to ramble, cut me off.
We will.
We're short on time, so we're going to have to keep it on rails.
To touch just on a different perspective really quickly from that last caller, I ran into something slightly to that in a weird way where when I went to school, I started getting different perspectives and lost a lot of my beliefs. And my mother was always someone I can talk to and we challenge each other on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But my first year of school was diagnosed with cancer. So she passed away last year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Jacob.
What I did was when I started to share my beliefs and challenge her beliefs and stuff, she said something to me that changed it and how I viewed it in terms of talking was she talked about how she doesn't want to consider it not being a thing because she doesn't know how she could get through it otherwise. So I was
it's existential dread.
Is it really my place to really challenge what's getting her through this hard of a time?
No.
That's kind of...
Yeah, that was probably a good choice to not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
nothing to gain there.
Harming anyone. As long as she's not harming anyone with the belief,
right?
Then just let her have it.
Yeah, I can handle non-toxic relationships if they want to believe something different, and they're not pressing me to change my opinion or change my position, and they're not causing me stress or anxiety. To me, that's a non-toxic, benign relationship, and I don't care if you believe what you believe. It's just don't impose that on other people, and don't let that litter our relationship with bad blood. It's just not necessary. But your comment here was about...
I disagree with you.
You do?
I do.
Okay, let's have it.
All I would say is if you're able to have that conversation out,
mm-hmm.
or they have the time. Obviously, someone dying is not the right time.
No, right.
But you're talking about epistemology. You're talking about what you accept as true in the world. And if you are using a tool that is bad, that is causing you to accept this religious belief, you're not just using it here. You can be using it elsewhere, and that can influence the way
what
you
I'm saying is that
understand
person's not being a toxic person in terms of trying to impose that. I know people who still hold a claim of being a Christian and believe in a God of some sort, but they're not out there trying to legislate based on that. They're not trying to convince other people. They're not trying to persuade. They're just live and let live.
Yeah,
so I've got a lot more tolerance for that than the other.
Agreed.
Yeah,
but
I hear what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's good.
So it said in the notes. Well, actually, you say it for yourself, and I know we're running short on time, but I do want you to be able to say it. Well, what did you want to talk about today? It has you as a religious caller.
Yeah. So I would say when I went to school, I learned all about fallacious reasoning and all that, and I got a very strong science background. So everything any religious person claims is I can debunk instantly. And that's one of the things about your show. You guys sometimes I don't know, and I'm I know. But sorry. So I don't really practice the religion, Christianity at all. And I wouldn't even subscribe to how Christianity functions or even the belief of a God. But for some reason, if someone refers to me as an atheist, I feel that's not right to call me that. You know what I mean? I feel that label of it is not correct. And even by following it just being rejecting a claim. So is it just do I still believe it? I'm denying it? Am I actually an atheist and am I denying it?
So
I don't know.
Well, so language is a very fluid thing. And when it comes to the way we define atheism, you would be an atheist. Do you need to classify yourself as an atheist? No, I don't care. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't make you a bad person. Just living your life authentically, say, if you don't want to call yourself an atheist, say, I don't believe. But the reason we want to stick behind that term is because it has been maligned, and it's probably part of this deeper social cultural reason why you are having this negative reaction to it.
Yeah, I think it is exactly. I think that's exactly, you nailed it, because a lot of people don't have trouble referring to themselves as agnostic because that just simply means I don't know. But atheist, it has that negative connotation, and that's why, as Eric said, we're trying to destigmatize that word and use it boldly and clearly because it just simply means atheist. I don't believe in a God. So it's not a bad word. You're just afraid to use it because it has a bad connotation. And as he said, it's not important that you label yourself. It's probably important that you come to some conclusions within yourself about what you think about these things. And it sounds like you're wrestling with it, and that's what we all had to do. And I used the soft A word for a long time, agnostic. And then finally I realized, you know what, I need to quit tiptoeing around this thing and just, I'm an atheist, and I don't apologize for that. And here's what it means in case you're not clear, that kind of thing.
But even still, though, I'll find myself, thinking, I can see a God being real, or God's out there and stuff I fully admit there is no rational justification for it. I agree with your epistemology of it 100%.
So,
but I still say it. So I'm being very illogical.
You're such an atheist, Jacob.
Well, but here's the.
It's okay.
So
I literally think God's doing, or
yeah.
when I die, I'm gonna go to heaven and all that stuff. It's weird.
So I meet hundreds of atheists who come through the ACA, and there are some things that are just drilled into you.
Absolutely.
And when they're drilled in, it can be, what you're doing is you're deprogramming. It's not just that you've got there cognitively, but
there's
fear
still
of
that
hell.
mental. I was going to say, there's atheists I know, been atheists for years, but they still at night or something happens and that fear of hell will pop itself back up. It's just buried deep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And and we do weird things, like bless you when somebody sneezes. Do you say bless you? I don't say bless you.
I'm trying to train myself not to, but my friend just got here earlier and she gave me a hug. I'm calling her out and she said, God bless you. And then she said, oh my God, what'd I say?
Hey, but it's habit. And what it is it's another way that they know of saying I love you.
I know.
Or I care about you.
It's just an ingrained habit. And
it is.
Yeah.
I say it in other languages that mean good health instead of bless you. But our audio engineer, Silas, says Parmesan.
Parmesan.
And
Gesundheit.
Yeah. So
no, it's cool though.
But yeah, dude. Here's the funny thing. Over time, it's going to lose its luster, and if that's the case, then give it time. There's no rush, and if you really get to that place, then in time, it's not going to be that way.
It won't hurt as bad as you think. I just speaking from experience.
It's not even that. To me, it's kind of like it. I wouldn't even say hold beliefs. It's just sometimes I think that way and I struggle about the labels of what I actually believe. But because every other thing in my life doesn't seem to be affected by it at all, I'm not going to stress about it because you know what I mean. So why should I waste? I'm not going to get upset about something that isn't actually hurting me. I'm going to focus on the things that are important right now.
Well, cheers.
So
man.
It's should I really try to figure out whether I believe or not if it's not really how I make decisions or anything?
So I have a term. You're welcome to use it if you'd like. Apatheist. That is.
Apathy.
I don't give a shit. That's the technical definition you'll find in the dictionary.
But Jacob, I think we're going to move on.
Yeah, thank you for your call.
Glad you called.
Oh, Oh, great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.